Welcome back to Teshkid FX for another price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you a price prediction update on Vechain, whose current price stands at the $0.02571 mark, and here on TradingView the market is up by 1.18%. and in this video I want to give you the key scenarios that I expect to play out basing my analysis on the Elliot wave structures, the Fibonacci's, the key areas of support and resistances, and also draw out any key chart patterns that you have information on this chart. And I'll kickstart the video by giving a brief of what has been happening on this chart. Vechain from the all-time high has been seeing lower prices in this massive ABC corrective movement, which has now taken us back to around the $0.02 mark. And starting my analysis here on the daily chart, after making our low down there, we saw a very nice bounce to the upper side, managing to break above key areas of resistances, but at the key area of resistance at around the $0.03362 mark, we got rejected and we are seeing a massive pullback to the lower side. Jumping to the 4-hour chart for further analysis, here on the 4-hour chart, after making our low down here, we saw a very nice bounce to the upper side in a movement that was terming as an Elliot wave structure, having that as the first wave to the upper side, then a wave 2, then I expected a wave 3, then a wave 4, and then a wave 5 to complete a higher Elliot wave count 1. But that movement to the upper side in that Elliot wave structure got invalidated the moment our wave 4 over here retraced into the high of that first wave, and having done so I had to remove this Elliot wave structure to the upper side from my charts and view this movement to the upper side as something else. And the only way to view that as is just an ABC corrective movement that was correcting that impulsive movement that gave us a low at around the $0.02 mark. And after seeing the high for that ABC corrective movement, whatever I expected on this other side is the formation of a 5-wave structure to the lower side, and I believe we are seeing such a structure right here, having this as the first wave to the upper side, then a wave 2, a wave 3, a wave 4, and then continued pushing lower in the formation of a wave 5. And having seen this 5-wave structure to the lower side, we can now name it as a higher Elliot wave count 1 to the lower side. And whatever we expect next after the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 1 is a movement to the upper side in the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 2, and that means higher prices are coming our way here on the Vechain chart. And to give you a minimum target area to the upper side in the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 2, I'll be using the Fibonacci's, connecting them from the high of that first wave to the low of that first wave, and that gives me a minimum retracement area to the upper side in the formation of a second wave between the Fib level 0.382 and the Fib level 0.618, and I can mark that target area here on the charts like that, which perfectly lies between the $0.029 mark and the $0.026 mark. So that is the minimum that I'm expecting that bounce to the upper side to get us into. And you can see yesterday we managed to break above a key area of resistance at around the $0.024 mark, and after managing to break above that key area of resistance, we have continued pushing higher, and we are just about to get into this target area in the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 2, and also giving you the key chart patterns that you have information right here that are supporting that movement to the upper side in the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 2. You can see over here we had been trading within this channel, and within that channel we managed to break out of the channel to the lower side, and after the breakout we even saw a retest of the lower side of the channel in this movement right here. And after the retest was in, we continued pushing lower back to around the $0.02169 mark, and in that movement we formed the first chart pattern that I'm expecting to give us a breakout to the upper side, which is a double bottom. And if I draw it out, we can have that as the first bottom, then so a very nice bounce to the upper side, seeing the formation of the neckline, then continued pushing lower, seeing the formation of the second bottom. Then I'm expecting a very nice bounce to the upper side, giving us a breakout to the upper side. And this is a chart pattern that normally breaks to the upper side, having the target area of that breakout as the height between the neckline and the bottoms. So using a trend line, we can get that height and then place it over here to give us a minimum target area to the upper side back to around the $0.025 mark. And that means we have seen that breakout already over here in this movement right here, and that is the first chart pattern that is supporting that movement to the upper side in the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 2. The other key chart pattern that is supporting that movement is an inverse head and shoulders pattern, and if I draw it out, we can have this as the left shoulder of that head and shoulders pattern. Then we have seen the formation of the head, then the neckline, then the right shoulder, and after the formation of the right shoulder we have been in much of a consolidation right here, and finally we have managed to see that breakout and manage to break above the key area of resistance at around the $0.024 mark. And this is a chart pattern that also breaks to the upper side, having the target area of that breakout as the height between the neckline and the head. So using a trend line, we can get that height between the neckline and the head, and then place it over here above the neckline to give us a minimum target area to the upper side back to around the $0.02589 mark. And that means there are chances that we have seen the breakouts out of these chart patterns, and now we expect to see an increase in volume here on the Vechain chart, so that we can continue pushing higher to get us fully into that target area. And also taking a look at the volume indicator here on the 4-hour chart, you can see we have increase in volume, and that means there's a possibility of Vechain continuing to push even higher to get us fully into that target area. And once we fully maximize that target area to the upper side in the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 2, whatever we'd expect next is the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 3 to the lower side, and that would mean lower prices are coming our way in the formation of a wave 3 and give us new lows here on the Vechain chart. And for us to invalidate that movement to the lower side in the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 3, that can only happen in case Vechain manages to fully maximize our target area and also manage to break above the key area of resistance at around the $0.029 mark, and also manage to break above a key area on the Fibonacci, that is the fib level 0.78 fib level. In case that plays out, then I'll have to view this movement to the upper side as something else. So let's be patient and see how that plays out. Also taking a look at the indicators to see what movements will be supported here on the 4-hour RSI. On the 4-hour RSI, we are trading at around the 74 mark, meaning we don't have much of room for us to support any movements to the upper side since we have gotten into the overbought region, and that means we are expecting a bit of a retracement here on the RSI. Also taking a look at the MACD, we have printed a bullish cross, and that means higher prices are coming our way. So let's be patient and see how that plays out, and I'll keep you updated.